Hopefully you guys can hear me. So let me just start by saying, oh, what's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr. and I am the natural born gorilla. And welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from September 19, 2018. They were at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida, excuse me. Your commentators, Robert Serrano, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. Before I get started with this, let me just double check something here. Okay. Alright, maybe double check now. Nothing yet. Let me try to get out there again. Let me see something here now. Hopefully, something will show. But as right now, it's happening right now. Okay. Alright. Now I'm screwing up here a little bit. I just want to make sure everything's good before I get started basically. So just give me one moment. Well, that's happening right now, so hopefully everything's good. Again, I'm going to assume now everything's good, but well, I'm about to get ready to start this NXT review. So just again, I'll try to make sure everything's all good. You know, the mic's on, in case you can hear me, and yeah. So I guess I should get started right now. So there we go. Again, I'm assuming you can hear me. I'm assuming you can see me too. So there we go. So the show opened up first with a tag team match that features the women's for NXT. You got Dakota Kai and Deonna Purrazzo versus Aliyah and her tag team partner Lacey Evans. Now, before I move on, I didn't get to talk about this last week, but last week that was one segment I forgot to mention. But it was unforgettable, and it was basically nothing important to talk about, but basically, they have fans at the airport. Also, Dakota Kai and Aliyah, and then Lacey Evans was there. Basically, I guess an argument broke out, whatever, and then also Deonna Purrazzo comes in, and then also Aliyah and Lacey Evans leaves, and then this led to for a match for them, please, for a tag team match, and that's what ended up being. As far as the match was, Dakota Kai did pretty good. Deonna Purrazzo, as always does pretty good. Lacey Evans always, to me, never ceases to amaze me. When it comes to her character, when it comes to her athletic skills and everything. Aliyah, when it comes to her wrestling, it was decent. Nothing else to say about that other than she was annoying me with her acting like a mean girl, showing some mean streak, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. Seriously, who really gives a fuck about Aliyah being a heel? It's garbage. I'm sorry to say that, but it's garbage. She's garbage. You got one of these. You got one of the fans of Full Sail cheering for Aliyah, while meanwhile the rest of the Full Sail crowds were chanting, Aliyah sucks, but she does sucks. She's garbage. Now, I'm not saying that she's terrible, but as I talked about her before, there was a point that she didn't sell a move from Bianca Belair at one point, and I believe also to a match against Lacey Evans as well, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that, I, they try to find so many ways to get Aaliyah over. No matter if she's a babyface or a heel, it's like they keep flipping back and forth with her that they don't know what to do with her. And then finally this one with her with Liv Morgan, and now Liv Morgan's on the main roster, and now Aaliyah's back to being something that where they don't know what to do with her now. Again, again, again. And then they got these new design or ring attires for Aaliyah to for her to stand out and to at least try to give her some personality or something to work with, and it still ain't working. It still ain't working. These fans, they don't care about Aaliyah, and I don't care about Aaliyah. I'm pretty sure she's a nice girl. She's very pretty, by the way. Nice body and all that, but well, who gives a fuck about Aaliyah in WWE? Especially when it comes to her being on NXT. Who gives a fuck about her? And then on top of that, again, when it comes to her showing a mean side of her, I'm like, whatever. It's garbage. She can't cut it as a heel. I don't see it. I don't see her being a heel, unless they have her come up to the main roster early, and to have her be the manager of Jinder Mahal. Maybe you'll get something there. Hello. But maybe we'll get something for that. But no, it's nothing. Aaliyah ain't nothing. She's garbage. I don't get how WWE is still having her on her roster because of being on NXT. Being employed overall. I'm not saying fire her and all that. I'm just saying whatever they're doing for her ain't working. She's better off being a jobber and has been talent, just jobbing. And now she's in a position where her and now Aaliyah and Lacey Evans are a tag team now. And you got Deanna Purrazzo and Dakota Kai who are now a tag team. I don't know if it's long term, but because based on WWE, on the main roster, they're gonna introduce the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship very soon. But I don't know. Maybe Lacey Evans could help out Aaliyah to get over. And and someone like Aaliyah who can't get over with the WWE fans, especially when it comes to NXT fans. And here you got Lacey Evans, who's got to do her job to try to get her over. But whatever. But as far as the match was pretty decent. Again, the weak part of this match was Aaliyah, of her acting mean and acting all aggressive in the match. Again, I don't buy it. I don't buy her aggressive side. It's just not working. With me, for me personally, it's not working. But anyways, so in the end, Aaliyah goes try to do something to Dakota Kai, but Dakota Kai got from behind. I guess going for a roll up, and then a blind tag was made, so Dakota Kai didn't see what was going on. And all of a sudden, Lacey Evans with the woman's right, knocking out Dakota Kai for the 3 count no win. So your winner, because the win was picked up by Lacey Evans, not Aaliyah. Lacey Evans and Aaliyah wins the match. So there you go. And Aaliyah continues on to failing on NXT. Anyways, and that was that match. Next we get to the Velveteen Dream. He's being interviewed by reporters about his match against Johnny Gargano, and basically talks about how he turned Johnny Wrestling into Johnny Failure. Whatever. And also one of the reporters asked him about what comes to Velveteen Dreams being asked questions about the whole thing about who attacked Aleister Black, and the Velveteen Dreams calls him up and saying, no, it's not. The spotlight's supposed to be about me and all that, and not about someone else like Aleister Black and all that. And for that, he's interview over. Yes, and he walked away and like, whatever. It's Velveteen Dream. Who cares? Street Profits. They were doing a second episode. Whatever they were doing, I don't know. I don't remember what the first episode they did. So, but anyways, they were just done playing basketball, and also they talk about and basically someone was recording them too. I'm assuming it's probably Bianca Belair, but they probably won't admit that. But whatever. But anyways, but yeah, because Street Profits is Montel Ford and Angelo Dawkins. But basically, they also talk about the fact with the Mighty. They stole their jewelry that cost them the match last week against, or was last week? I mean, 2 weeks ago against the Forgotten Sons. So basically, they let them know what's up and all that about the Mighty, and yeah, so that feud's gonna continue on, like I said would. So then we get to a replay of the main event last week between Bianca Belair and Nikki Cross. All the battles where it ended in the count out, and they started fighting and all that. And then ended with Nikki Cross going for a crossbody onto not only Bianca Belair but 3 other referees that were trying to break up the fight. And they also get to an interview for Bianca Belair, of last week, when it comes to NXT being off the air during that time. And Bianca Belair basically talks about Nikki Cross, that she's crazy and everything, and she says she will take care of Nikki Cross when she gets another opportunity against her, and says that she is still the EST of NXT, and she is still, and this is how she said it too, she is still undefeated. Okay, alright. Next, we get to a match. Humberto Carvalho. And they say on commentary, I think Percy Watson did, that he is the son of Hector Garza. Now, if I can remember, I remember another Hector Garza. I think it's Hector Garza Jr. Basically, reference Hector Garza, music wrestler for WWE World Championship Wrestling. But anyways, but this match basically was Humberto going up against the in-ring debut of Jackson Ryker. I think that's how you say his last name. And basically, formerly known as Gunner from TNA, which is now Impact Wrestling. But basically, it was a showcase for Jackson, and they showed a little showcase too of Humberto, because of him being a luchador, because his father, Hector Garza, which by the way, the late Hector Garza, because his luchador background. But basically, like I said, it was a highlight when it comes to Jackson Ryker's dominance in the match, and that's ended up being. And his finishing move that they gave him was a powerbomb onto the ropes and then a powerbomb onto the mat, like a gunshot type of powerbomb move, or a swing shot. I mean, yeah, shotgun. And basically, Jackson Ryker gets the win. And there you go. And that, by the way, the rest of the Forgotten Sons were not at ringside, by the way. It was just Jackson Ryker was there. He was the only one there out there, which is good. There's no need for the other two to be involved in the match when it comes to what Jackson Ryker is all about. And by the way, when it comes to this guy, he is jacked to the guns.
Do you have company?
Then we get to Winnie Regal in his office. When it comes to this investigation of who attacked Alpha Black, and Candice LeRae was in there, the wife of Johnny Gargano. And basically, she pleads the case about, she didn't see anything what happened there, because she was with Kairi Sane and Cassius Ohno, and she talks about how but when it comes to what happened with Alpha Black, she points out a lot of points about when it comes to Tommaso Ciampa being the one involved of that. Now she didn't say that Tommaso Ciampa did it, but she's basically giving Regal clues about who could be responsible. So Regal is like, we talked to Ciampa and all that, and the case was, he had his piece in case of it, and he talks about Johnny Gargano. So Johnny Gargano's case, because against the rate of the defense, was that, I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh yeah, they went to the they were in the locker room, I believe, or whatever, and Gargano told them Candice LeRae right back or something like that. I don't remember, but basically it said they left together after that, and that was it. And there was nothing else to say about that investigation. And that was the only investigation segment that did this for the show. So let's get Pete Dunne backstage, warming up for this match as he looks at his cruiserweight champ. I mean, he's the bruiserweight, by the way. I don't know why I kept saying. I don't know why I said cruiserweight there, but anyways, Pete Dunne, like I said, backstage, warming up, and you look at his, and the bruiserweight, look at his, United Kingdom Championship belt, and all of a sudden, it turns into the North American Championship belt, and it goes for his Ricochet as he's getting warmed up too. I love how they did it too. And then also they show after that a video package of this build-up main event match between these two, champion versus champion, title for title, winner take all match between these two. What comes to Pete Dunne defending his United Kingdom Championship, and what comes to Ricochet defending his North American Championship of NXT. And very good video package too, by the way. When it comes to how this all began, it actually all began where during that on the Takeover show from Brooklyn, backstage, and then the whole thing with Pete Dunne and Ricochet being partners, and then the whole falling out, miscommunication, and then the confrontation from backstage after the match, and more build up of it. When it comes to you've been champion for this short period of time, and I've been champion for the longest time. All that is, I loved it. It was a great real package to hype up the main event match between these two, and sure enough, we get to the main event match. But before we do, there were some things that happened on the show. They show a video package of Keith Lee. Basically, Keith Lee, they show a little showcase about him because he's gonna be on NXT, and basically it's about him bask in my glory, in Keith's glory, and there you go. Now, what's this mean for Keith Lee? I don't know. They haven't really showcased that much on NXT. He'll show up for that one. Basically, he'll show up for that one match at a time, and then he's gone for the next 1 to 2 weeks, I believe. I don't know. It's weird how they're booking Keith Lee to appear on NXT. I don't know, but whatever. All right, main event time. The WWE NXT North American Champion Ricochet, the one and only, who goes up against the WWE United Kingdom Champion Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight. And this was again the North American Champion versus the United Kingdom Champion. Champion versus champion, title for title, winner take all. And so basically the match begins. It started off pretty good, and then it started off where Pete Dunne and Ricochet are just testing each other into the limits. And then during this match too, dueling chants of these crowds. They do this all the time, where they'll chant for Ricochet what comes to one and only, and then when it comes to Pete Dunne, they'll chant Bruiserweight, and they keep doing it over and over again, like for the last 2 to 3 minutes, and then it'll die down a little bit, and then it'll pick up back up in a few minutes again, as the minutes go by. In this great, amazing main event match between these two, these guys are put all on the line in this match between when it comes to who's going to win, who's going to walk out with both belts. And like I said, Pete Dunne was doing his thing. Ricochet was obviously doing his thing. At one point, you also get a chance of Ricochet and Bruiserweight chance, doing chance of that. These cards were so excited for this match. Even I was excited for this match. Being that chance for fight forever chance for this match. This awesome chant. And Ricochet doing his high flying spots. Pete Dunne was doing his couple of his high flying spots and a couple of his bruiser spots. Ricochet was doing one of his athletic spots. It was just a crazy match, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Unfortunately, it ended. With two guys beating each other until they as they trying to get back up. And all of a sudden, like I said, I predicted this would happen because there's no way there's gonna have Pete Dunne beat Ricochet. Ricochet just won the title, and then also at the same time, there's no way that Ricochet was gonna beat Pete Dunne because Pete Dunne is I don't know what the plans are for Pete Dunne right now, but so far it's going so good for Pete Dunne for being the longest reigning United Kingdom champion for over a year now. And like I said before, there was no way they was gonna have these two when these two lose their belts. And I was right, because what happened at the end of the main event, we get Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, baby, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong coming out to attack both of them, ended in a no contest, and basically beats them both down. Undisputed Era, because then, like I said before, I talked about this before. When I did my NXT review last week, when it comes to Undisputed Era on doing what they did, when it comes to interference in this match, and I knew they would. Even though I knew they was gonna do that, but because these fans in the crowds of at Full Sail, the Undisputed Era, and definitely know, they definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, knows how to shock the system. Just saying, you know what I mean, shock the system. And sure enough, I was shocked when this happened. I knew this was gonna happen. It's a way to protect both guys of losing the belts, of not losing the belts. I meant to say it. Excuse me. So as this happens, All-Star Warriors comes out, Roll and Hanson, and Undisputed Era clears the ring. They escape through the crowd, and they're basically taunting Warriors. Warriors is like, you know what? Let's get these guys, and they chase them out of the building, and then also we get a couple referees coming out. We get the belt handed out to both Pete Dunne and Ricochet, of both of their respective belts, and they look at each other from across the ring, and they're wondering in their minds if Undisputed Era did not interfere in that match, what the results could have been, what was the results could have been if it was not interrupted by Undisputed Era, which once again they know how to shock the system. Just saying. Yeah, that was it. So, Total Amount Wrestling for that's it, folks. Total Amount Wrestling for NXT from September 19, 2018. 3 matches, and my overall score for the show, 9 out of 10. Amazing show. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It started from good, and then start off to being for being phenomenal. So yeah, 9 out of 10. So, yeah, better than Raw, better than SmackDown, because I don't watch those shows anymore. But there you go. That's all I gotta say for that. So that being said, thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr. At your born thriller. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. The choice is yours. And there you go. And with that being said, I'll see you all tomorrow, folks, when it comes to my live reactions. My continuation of my live reactions when it comes to part 3 for the Mae Young Classic Tournament of 2018. So with that being said, you all have a good night. You all take care. Peace on the streets. I'll talk to you all soon. For now, I'm out.